And one other economic issue. You were asked yesterday, or Olivia was asked about OPEC. There seems to be an impression that the White House is less concerned about this move by OPEC than maybe it has been by others, other moves rather. Are you not worried about the impact on gasoline prices perhaps going up this summer, which was such a critical issue last year and would have a political impact on this president if they did again?
So a couple of things there, Jeff. Look, our focus is always going to be on the American people, doing everything that we can to make sure that we lower costs and meet the American people where they are, which is why the president took the actions that he has taken this past year. And if you remember, and I know you've covered this very closely, analysts has said last year that prices were going to go up, and that did not happen. If anything, in fact, gasoline prices went down by $1.50 when it was at its peak this past summer. A lot of that is because of the actions that this president took. And just to give you a little bit more, the price of oil has been trading around $80 a barrel over the past month. They are around 110 and 120 a barrel last year. And I just mentioned the prices of gas. So again, last year the analysts predicted prices would go higher, and because of what the president did, because of the policies that he put forward, because of the actions that he put forward, we have seen those prices go down, especially if you think about gas prices. I'm not going to get into hypotheticals about the summer or what the summer is going to bring, but again, that's the main focus for this president is the American people. We'll continue to work with all producers and consumers to ensure energy markets, support economic growth, and lower prices for the American consumer. I'll come to that. Okay.
Thanks, Karina. Just in that vein, I mean, the president specifically said, when asked about OPEC Plus, it's not as bad as you think. Can you just clarify specifically what he was saying and why is it not as bad?
I mean, I kind of touched on it already, which is last year analysts were predicting that the prices were going to increase, and it didn't. And a lot of it is because of the actions that this president took. And we see that in the price of oil per a gallon. We see that in the gas prices. And so, that is what the president's going to continue to focus on how do we lower the prices for the American people. That's why the Inflation Reduction Act is so important. When you think about energy security, that's why many of the other, like CHIPS and Science Act, all of the other bipartisan infrastructure legislation, those historic pieces of legislation are so critical and important. So again, analysts were wrong a year ago, and we have the data to prove that.
Is there any thoughts of tapping the strategic petroleum reserves again, or maybe going to Venezuela? I mean, are those Biden in the fall talked about other alternatives? Are those some of the alternatives that they're considering now?
So look, I'm not going to getting into hypotheticals, especially about any market predictions that have proven wrong in the past, as I just mentioned. Look, what we know is what the president has done has worked, and I'm just going to leave that there and not get into hypotheticals. Okay.